At the peak of our shadow cell operation, I fell under scrutiny by a sophisticated surveillance unit.
How much danger would you have been in if you'd got caught?
Even though I was traveling in a role that was administrative, I was executing acts of espionage. I was crossing borders in a fraudulent identity with fake documentation. That is an offense around the world. Even just dropping a cell phone or leaving $1,000 under a bridge is grounds to be incarcerated in that country, tried under their legal system, and executed. While it was very high stakes, it was also something that we had learned specifically to master at the farm.
Was there ever a moment where you did feel your life was in danger on one of these operations?
At the peak of our shadow cell operation, I fell under scrutiny by a sophisticated surveillance unit. Generally speaking, when you travel to a hostile country, if you're a person of interest, you'll come across something that I call bumbling surveillance. People who are off work, people who are retired, people who are nosy Nellies, who are just following you because they know that you're not from their country. And they're looking for a quick payday. If they find somebody on the phone talking about a trade deal, they can report that to the police, and the police can decide whether or not to tap their phone. But that's just a bumbling, untrained surveillance person. When you come across a trained surveillance team, they know how to be discreet. They know how to hide in the shadows. They know the right distance to stay behind you. They have resources that your normal bumbling surveillant doesn't have. But also, your bumbling surveillant gets told not to follow you that day. The first tip that turned me on to the fact that something may be wrong was the lack of a surveillant, was the lack of a bumbling fool. I'd always had one. I had always expected one. And when that person wasn't there, my first instinct was actually to pat myself on the back and tell myself how good I was at spying. But immediately after that, I realized I probably am not that good. What has probably happened is that I need to turn up my own awareness and look to see if I've been surveilled by a sophisticated team. And I went from that moment into what we call a surveillance detection route, or a professional series of movements that's designed to disclose a surveillance team. After identifying that I was under a more sophisticated surveillance team, I knew that I had to get out of the country.